All right, we're back. Part 2
Part
of
2.
podcast number 60.
Can't wait until 69.
Dude, my son is always like pointing that out.
It's
He's
like,
9 years old,
nice.
and he's always like, "Hey, Dad, guess what level my Pokemon's at?" What? 69.
He just
Like he
doesn't
doesn't
even know what
know
it
like
means.
what it means,
Right.
but
That's
now
funny
I see
shit.
it everywhere. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what? It is still funny.
It's an awesome number.
Yeah, dude. Takashi 69.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Takashi 69?
I feel like he's an MK Ultra fucking implant.
So do I, actually. I'm like, yeah, he's probably not even like a real person. He could be like an android.
He's a fucking CIA agent or
I,
something.
dude, for real, like, I wouldn't doubt it that, like some people might think, oh, that sounds like some science fiction. And we could definitely create some stuff like that, cartoons or comic books or a movie about. They probably already have done it, like Rockstar CIA agent,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, oh yeah, they're just used to influence the masses and corrupt the youth.
Right.
But
I mean,
yes,
he's some sort of troll.
he could actually be a real life troll.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not an internet troll, but like an actual Middle Earth troll.
Mm-hmm. With the glowy hair.
With the glow. Dude, did they ever make like a animation of him as a troll?
They had to.
Somebody,
Someone
yeah.
did.
It should have been
Jamie,
me.
pull it up.
Alright, let me see if I can find it. Young Jamie. Have you been watching Joe Rogan podcast at all?
No, I haven't really listened in a minute.
Me neither.
I've been listening to this car one. Pretty, dude. It's one of the funniest podcasts ever.
What one?
It's called Past Gas, but it's like past, as in like the past.
Oh.
They just talk about stories and uh, automotive history.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I couldn't find anything of him as one of them little troll dolls. But apparently him and Nicki Minaj had a... Oh, wait. I found one. Alright. Let me screen
Troll
share.
doll.
Ta-da!
Yep.
Tekashi
That's it though.
69.
You think there'd be way more.
I guess there's like
Uh,
that one.
I mean,
SpongeBob.
I feel like if he was just a good person, like I would totally fuck with him. Just
Yeah,
because
like...
even though people, I don't know, I don't know how successful he'd be if people didn't hate him.
I'd fuck with those.
Right.
Nicki Minaj, though, is another person I'm like... You know, even like the way her body looks, like it looks rad, but it looks like unreal. You know, or like I don't know. When you see people get so much plastic surgery, and I'm not saying she has like a bunch of plastic surgery. Fuck, I don't know.
She does.
I'm sure she does, but it's like, dude, are you even like that? We're definitely not designed that way. Like you see people get those really thin waists.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, dude. I don't think our bodies are designed to like be like that.
Well, it's just this. There are some people that are built like that naturally, but it looks good because it's natural and the rest of their body works to like balance it all out. If you got like this type of body shape and then you just throw a skinny waist on it or whatever, like You're gonna have to do your whole body to make it look. I mean, if it's something extreme like that, like if you get like big old ass, you got like some skinny legs, it's gonna
Yeah,
look like
you'd
a
be looking
diaper.
like a Guitar Hero character that's like massive arms and chest and just like super skinny legs.
It's crazy, man. I don't know.
There was this girl that got, Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yep.
Uh, so yeah, like this. You can see this, right?
Hmm.
So obviously you'll see Jessica Rabbit, the cartoon figure, and then the people that will get, you know,
Right.
their body to be like that. Is that real?
I think that these chicks are wearing like corsets. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
Which
Holy.
is still like
Now that
fucking
would
their
hurt your
body up.
back.
Fuck you, crush your ribs. What, those
Dude,
big old boobs?
yes. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Oh my god. What?
This is just.
Oh my god.
This is what I was talking about. There's a point
We
where
have arrived.
they're just too big.
Oh
That's
my god. What? This is a
that.
real woman though.
Oh man, dude, that's
Dude, she
just,
is painted brown. What?
dude. She definitely was not that color originally, right? Maybe. I don't think so.
No.
Dude, that's bad. Like that's when you got a
Yeah, see,
disease.
I was
Uh,
scared for a second because I was like, I hope she's not already brown.
I don't
There's
think
no
so,
way
but
though.
oh my god, like this.
Oh shit.
That looks like you
Hell
could
yeah.
like
Go
literally,
smaller.
huh?
It's like it's like a competition or something.
Oh, dude.
That's
That
so scary.
that's like some freak show stuff, right? uh I need to get out of this.
Especially that top picture though, where she's just like if you're step out in your hallway to take a piss at night,
Ah!
you'd, you'd
I'd
be
be like,
like,
I don't know if I should feel turned on or if I want to puke.
exactly.
God, that's
Oh my god.
that's like something from that's like what like a Jezebel spirit is or something.
Getting hot.
Dude, me too. God. You know what I mean? Like one of those like like a seductive evil spirit.
Yeah, like an old saloon ghost.
Yeah, where it's like, oh man, she looks so hot, and then it's like, then she just turns into like the most like decrepit, scary thing that's gonna eat your soul.
I mean, that's why you don't fuck like ethereal entities. If you
Yeah,
see
dude.
some bitch just floating there,
Dude, yeah. I've wondered that. I've
run.
heard that. Well, first of all, I've told you about that girl that was like, I fucked a ghost.
I think you did.
Dude, I don't know. That's pretty creepy. Like, I've heard that, if you're sleeping and you have like a dream, like getting it on in your dream,
Hmm.
that it could be something like that. You know,
Probably.
like it could be like, oh, you're being seduced by a spirit.
I mean, where does this happen? Like when people are in bed, so they're probably fucking sleep paralysis type. It's wet. It's a wet sleep paralysis.
Dude, yeah, for a wet nightmare.
Yeah. Yep. You nailed it.
Dude, yeah, that is some scary stuff. I don't know. That's what blows my mind about, like, what do they call it? Ectoplasm.
Hmm.
They say like a ghost will leave. It could leave behind some like residue or something.
Yeah, right.
There's been times in my life where I think I might have found some ectoplasm.
You found it?
Yeah, like, well, these would probably be times in my life when I was on like psychedelic drugs too
Right.
much. Um, so of course I'd be thinking, oh man, there's something leaking into this reality from the next dimension, you know. And yeah, I don't know. I would just see some like weird like goo or like a stain. I'm like,
Hmm.
where'd that stain come from on the wall? Maybe I just never noticed it.
Right.
But yeah,
I don't know. I've never found any ectoplasm. I don't know.
maybe it was just my imagination, my head playing tricks on me.
I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying I never found any.
I think I'm just trying to be like, you know what? It wasn't any ghost jizz, okay?
Right.
It was just. That's what I try to tell myself whenever something
It was
real
just a
creepy is
wet
going on.
nightmare.
Yeah, dude. Because I believe in the paranormal. But
Mm.
when stuff starts getting paranormal around me, I'm like, no, 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 it's not a ghost.
Right.
uh, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Trying to think of like some of the creepiest. Whoops, sorry. I just hit the mic there. I still don't have a mic stand. I need to just pull the gun on one of those fucking broadcast arms.
Oh yeah,
Um, yeah, I can't really think of anything that's too creepy that's happened to me. One thing, like at my last apartment, um, I was sitting there on my couch, like looking at my phone, and the TV was off, and my remote was sitting right in front of me on the fucking coffee table, and my TV just turns on right in front of me as I'm sitting there, and I'm just looking around like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I
dude.
could see it if it was on and it turns off, you might just be like, oh, like outlets fucked up, or but yeah, that was pretty weird. Um,
Creepy.
I when Josh lived in that basement, and we would all stay there all the time, and I basically lived there for a little bit.
Right?
Dude, that room back there that we all would sleep in was super creepy.
Oh,
I
getting
don't
the
know. I don't
vibe.
know. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but dude, I would lay there just awake. Every single night, I'd be the last person to fall asleep. And I mean, it's probably the wind or some shit, but like this one night, I was laying there just like something's gonna fucking get me or something.
Oh,
And, but yeah, it was just that vibe too. I was like, something's in here, like looking at me. And
dude.
the door popped open and just like creaked open,
Oh,
and I was just like,
that's
oh
the
no,
scariest.
it was fucked.
I've been wanting to work on some more of my little scary, like short videos, like even a minute to 5 minute videos.
Mhm.
Could just be something like that, that's like black and white video of like an empty house and then the doors.
Right.
I don't know why I'm just fascinated with that, but I've been wanting to write some short stories, like a book of short stories,
Hmm.
and then turn them into little videos. But dude, one time, even recently, so we were working on a house way out, like kind of in the woods, not totally in the woods, but sort of in the woods. It's kind of a cabin-ish type house, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed pretty old, and we were working there, and when we were working with the music going, it would just go in and out. Like, our Bluetooth or internet connection was not good, so it'd be like sketchy. And I don't know why we didn't just shut it off. But then later, we're working there another day, and we don't have the music on. It's just us working with no music. We'll kind of joke around a little bit here and there, but then they tell me the story of some like creepy vibes that the hanger went home with. He's another dude that's like our kind of like another one of our cousins, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He goes home and he said he had these like nightmares. He couldn't breathe. He felt like his bed was floating. And so we're all working there, me and the homie, and I start getting just like the heebie-jeebies. Like, we had plastic hung. It was like a remodeled basement.
Yep.
So we had some plastic hanging up so we didn't get dust into the other areas. And I just kept feeling like somebody was walking down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I kept seeing them out the corner of my eye.
Right.
And so every once in a while that plastic would like kind of blow and it would make a sound. Fucking, I'd be jumping every time. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And my homie goes, I gotta go sand this patch upstairs. And he comes back down. He's like, did you come upstairs? It's like, no, I've been down here the whole time. It's like, all right, man, I'm getting real freaked out. I heard somebody coming up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, no, I've been down here. And then sometimes he'd be like, do you hear that music? I'm like, I don't know. And I'd hear like, almost like Jumanji. Like,
right.
And I'm like, dude, I'm getting fucking freaked out. We gotta wrap this shit up and get the hell out of here. And
where is that at?
It was out. I don't think it was Lincoln area, but it was like out in one of these smaller areas, like out by a lake, in the woods by a lake, which is kind of creepy.
That could be the name of the movie, In the Woods by a Lake.
Yeah. Dude, that does sound like a movie or a scary book.
Right.
And so I'm in this room in the darkness with like my handheld light, right? And the light starts going like flickering and going like woo, woo. And I'm like, dude, this light starts acting funny when it's dying, right? He's like, yeah, it does.
Right.
I was like, okay, good. I thought it was the ghost, like, trying to mess with me. But, dude, when I get creeped out like that, and you know me, I'm into, like, the visionary stuff, like paranormal or even with the psychedelics, I'm like, dude, I like to be able to maybe see beyond reality into the next world. And I just start getting these, like, really creepy visuals of just that thing where it's like something looking at you and saying like, get out of here, I don't want you here, like leave this alone. It's I like this house the way it was.
Yep.
So we got the hell out of there.
That's creepy, dude.
In the woods by the lake.
In the Woods by a Lake. Just like, yeah, write that down.
Yeah, I gotta write that down. It's the next Netflix thriller.
Dude, I mean, it's crazy that you can just write a movie and then just sell it. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking about doing. You know, and if you ever want to go over them with me and be like, you know, this part's good, but this part really sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, you're on to something here, but I know we've done stuff like that before.
Definitely, dude. In the woods by a lake.
In the woods by a lake. Dude, I don't know. That to me is like the scariest stuff when it comes to scary movies. I'm
What's
not
that?
just stuff like the paranormal.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like the kind of like Lovecraft type fear of the unknown type shit, like aliens or like sea creatures
Cthulhu.
or even ghosts and like demons and stuff. But yeah, just like it's not just scary because it'll kill you, but it's like a mind fuck too because you can't really comprehend, you know.
Yeah. And you don't know if it's like real or not.
Right. Dude,
I've
yeah.
and I've had those thoughts too where I'm like, well, if you can imagine it, then it could exist somewhere. I don't know.
Well, I'll think of that sometimes when I'm like, because I can watch creepy videos and stuff and not really get too creeped out. Um, but sometimes like I'll just start thinking about it and then I'll start thinking like, oh, what if something creepy happens here, and then you start thinking about it so much that it almost kind of does become real because you get like that your senses are like super heightened, and you're like, what the fuck, like, you
Oh yeah. Uh,
start getting ready to fucking fight a ghost.
I seen a crackhead doing that the other day in Butte, Montana.
I bet.
They're shadow boxing a shadow person. Oh man, yeah, you feel bad for people like that, but that's the name of the series, Shadowbox.
Right.
That I made some project about it in the past, but I just want to kind of turn it into its own little thing, kind of like Twilight Zone ish. Have you heard of the movie Nope?
Yeah, I have. I was just gonna say though, dude, that's what you should do is just like a TV show, like a stand-up kind of like Tosh Point oh, where you just stand in front of a green screen and just talk about shit and have the footage in the background,
Like
or
the
like the
scary
picture.
footage?
Just whatever, like you just like you said, like for the shadow box show.
Oh,
I just think it'd be super cool for you to do like a show about, I mean, it could be about whatever, but it's like a show, where it's like you're like the host and you're fucking talking into your stick mic or
yeah, Bob
whatever.
Barker,
But just like
long
kind of
stick.
show it up a little bit, like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not like Bob Barker shit, but just make an
No, but
actual
his
show out of it.
he had that really long, skinny
No, yeah, yeah,
microphone. Yeah,
right.
kind of like a little bit like ridiculousness. Um,
Welcome to the fucking Crossroads podcast.
yeah, nice.
I'm
I
kidding.
was watching Tosh Point oh the other day.
I mean, that show's still going, right?
I don't know, but guess which one I was watching?
I don't know which one.
Just take a wild guess.
The hide your kids, hide your wife one.
No, that was funny though. I did watch that not too long ago.
Um, I can't even think. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
There's no way I'm gonna get.
The hint is swag, bitch.
Lil B or
I
who
don't
is
know.
that?
I'll give you another hint. He said,
Oh, that that dude.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Gratata.
Yeah, I used to follow him on Twitter. Dude
Swag,
posts some wild
bitch.
shit. Right. Yeah.
Dude, I love that shit. It's so funny. And chocolate rain.
Yeah. I mean, you have a green screen, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, like I don't know, dude. I've always wanted to do just like a dumbass show, just like that, you know. But you're just talking about whatever. There's so much of that on YouTube. I'm constantly finding people that are literally doing that. They're just sitting there talking to the camera. They'll have some archival footage here and there or whatever, you know, and they just get like millions of views.
I do want to do something like that, and what I thought about doing it, you know, like obviously like myself, but I thought it'd be kind of funny to do it as a cartoon character.
Right.
Maybe like I remember you saying to do that with like when I'd make review channel, like making fun of music videos. And you were like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you did it as a cartoon character, I think people would know that it's like a joke.
Right.
But
Like some Beavis and Butthead shit.
yeah, did you watch the new Beavis and Butthead at all?
No.
I loved it.
Hmm.
Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe.
It's a movie.
Yep, it's out on Paramount Plus.
Hmm. I don't have that.
It's like $5.
Give me your email. Give me your
I apparently got an
password.
email that said mine was canceled today.
Hmm.
My wife might have canceled it, and like,
Yeah. My only subscriptions right now are YouTube and Spotify. That's it.
I do subscribe to YouTube for sure,
You have to, man.
or pay for the premium.
Yeah, the ads are fucking ridiculous.
Dude, I get the family plan,
Mm-hmm.
and because of my kids, that's like the main reason too. I was like, dude, I don't want no scary movies popping up and just putting
Right.
those like graphic images in my child's mind. I'm like, dude, I can
Mm-hmm.
barely handle these.
Yeah, it's as much YouTube as I watch, it's worth it for sure.
YouTube is pretty much my life. Like, you listen to Spotify then?
Yep, I'm a Spotify YouTube user.
Yeah, Spotify is dope. You just
It is
listen to music or podcasts?
music mostly.
Yeah, I don't know. Ever since Joe Rogan went exclusive to Spotify, I just like don't listen.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy how much I don't know. I guess like a lot of the stuff people hate on him for is like it's part of he was kind of becoming that person for a long time. It was like a slow change. Nobody just becomes fucking boomer overnight, or whatever, like um but it is kind of crazy just how quick after that happened that even just the shit he started saying and like sharing online and shit just
After Spotify?
mhm. Yeah, just sharing like boomer memes and like Republican memes and just kind of only agreeing with those types of viewpoints, just like as far as like COVID restrictions and
Really?
yeah,
It
it's
says I'm running out of time again.
oh, did I say the C word?
You
That's what
did.
they
They're shutting
that's
us
what they
down again, bro.
fuck
They're like,
man.
that's it. We're turning you off.
Man, what the fuck?
I don't know. We're just too real,
Yep. We're
too
too good
raw.
at this.
Um, that is true though. Like, I guess that's what happens when you sell your soul at the crossroads.
Yep.
I mean, that's what I've always viewed. Right? They say like, oh, you sign a contract, make a deal for this $100 million. He made that deal for, right?
Who?
Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah.
That's insane. And at
Yep.
that level, like, like, what's $1 million to somebody that when you're thinking about on terms of $100 million? Like, what
Right.
is money to you at that point? Is it everything, or is it like this guy can buy the best drugs in the whole world? You know,
Just depends on what you're trying to do, I guess. I
I
mean,
mean, if you're trying to be Elon Musk,
or even just like build an empire, which he's basically done. He's got like a fortress with armed guards and
that
you
is
know,
pretty wild. What's crazy about it is to think like, obviously he was somebody well known when he first started the podcast, right? He was like a
mhm.
comic, probably a television host.
Yeah, he was on Fear Factor and then TV shows,
Yeah.
a couple TV shows.
And but he was probably just joking around with like his buddies, other comedians. And then when it got to the point where
Yep.
it's like, okay, now you can talk to like government officials, people that like study UFOs, not that study them, but that have actually been like working on them.
Right.
Like, imagine if we ever got to that point where it's like, yeah, dude, we used to just bullshit like from our houses, like, how you doing, bro, and like talking shit about society, and then one day when we're on podcast number 1000, where it's
Right.
like we're talking to like some elite
We're
people.
talking to the aliens themselves.
The aliens, yeah, dude. That's what we should make a podcast of. Like, well, on this episode, we have a gray alien from the Zeta Reticulum.
That's what we should do, just like a fake podcast.
Let's do it.
We'll call it the the fucking Thunder Crew. I don't
Thunder
know.
Crew podcast.
Yeah.
That
I
sounds
don't
good to
know.
me.
I don't know, dude. But yeah, that's a good idea.
The
That'd be
Thunder
pretty funny.
Crew.
That'd be cool to do as like a cartoon, because it'd be pretty easy to animate compared to a whole like story.
And you pretty much just need like the mouths to move a little bit.
Yeah, and you could like illustrate some things that people are saying, but it'd be pretty funny. Because that to me is like that kind of improv style where it's like Rick and Morty is a lot like that, where you can tell they're just kind of coming up with shit in the booth and then animate to it later.
Oh yeah, kind of like Midnight Gospel.
Yeah, I mean yeah, I guess there already is that show. I totally
Yeah,
forgot about that.
we should do something like that though.
I
But
mean,
actually a podcast. Like in that show, I guess he does have a podcast. He's like, "Hey, you want to be on my podcast?"
he does do the actual podcast, but he does them in character. But the other person, oh yeah, I think it's pretty much scripted. Um, but the very very end one with his mom, that was taken from a real podcast. That was crazy.
That was a good one. I cried.
Me too.
Yeah, that was good. Um,
Shit, man.
well, what do you think we should do now? We got 5 minutes left.
I don't know. I can't. How much time did that give us total?
Probably 80 minutes.
Why does it do that? That's so dumb.
Dude, I don't know. Like, we're just too awesome for Zoom. They're like, dude, these guys need to stop talking about the realest of the real.
Or they're like, this is the worst fucking podcast ever. We
Dude,
have
this
to.
sucks.
We can't let them keep talking.
I think that sometimes where I'm like, oh man, should I just get down on myself about like anything in life. My depression where I'm like, oh, I don't want to do anything anymore. I don't want a podcast. I don't want to make music. Why? Nobody wants to listen to my music or watch my podcast or blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And you know, I have to remind myself. It's like my son was saying something to me the other day. We'll make like toy videos for
Right.
his toy channel or our family stuff, and I was like, well, maybe if we change these titles and this and that, we'll get more viewers. And he's like, Dad, it's not really all about how many views or subscribers or likes. It's just about having fun.
Yeah,
And I'm like, you're so right. Like,
it's true, man. I mean, because yeah, if you think about it, like, if you give someone a camera and you're like, all right, start making some videos, depending on who you give that camera to, they're gonna be like, they're gonna go about it different ways. And some people will just like, you know, if they're already funny people and they're already, just around their friends fucking around, they'll just start doing wild shit for the camera. But
mm-hmm.
someone else, they might be like, I don't know,
Might do
really trying
something.
to, yeah, they're just overthinking it. And like, yeah, it comes to a point where you're not even having fun at all. You're just like stressing about trying to make something. And it's like, nothing, nothing good ever comes out of that as far as being creative.
Yeah, it's I seen J. Cole saying something about that the other day. Like if you're going on like a long hiatus, how hard it is to get back into doing something.
Mhm.
Whereas if you try to just getting back in that flow state, basically, it's
Yeah,
kind of difficult. And that's what I'm always
for
trying to get
sure.
back into. And that's why I'll still talk to the fucking therapists or doctors and be like, especially after sobriety, where it'd be like, man, I would do things under the influence so much where I just did them. I didn't really like think about it too hard.
Right.
Um, but then yeah, just that challenge of being like thinking like I used to be so creative. Why am I not as creative right now, or am I as good as I once was?
Hmm.
And just trying to do that, but I know that you're better than ever. I think
I don't know, man.
sober
We'll
a year,
see. I
new
mean, yeah,
car, new
dude.
place, new job,
Yep. Yep. New old job, but new position.
new promotion. Yeah. Well, we have less than 1 minute. You
Yep.
think
What the fuck?
we should call it?
We could, man.
Yeah, I might as well go hang out with the kids and stuff like that. But
For sure.
fucking,
Hell
well,
yeah.
it's gonna kick us out here soon. So much love to you, brother,
Hell yeah. Love you,
and
bro.
love you, and I love you all that are listening, even if there's only like one. I love you, that one person out there. Make sure and hit that. Give me one like. I'm gonna get these people to comment because I'm like, dude, I gotta find out who's actually listening
Yeah.
and
Who are you?
who are you. Anyways, Crossroads
Fi-
Podcast
Find
number
out on the next
60.
episode.
Who the audience